we're back. Lovely stuff. I am Stanford Chidge. This is the Chelsea Football FanCast. This is Sophie Rose. Delightful. Dr. Mart. Dr. Mart. There we go. Dr. Mart.
Hello.
Dr. Mart. Seb. Jonathan, who's rehearsing. Benches over there. Last part. Here we blimmin' well go. Right. Jonathan likes to do something in conjunction with the lovely Chelsea Cheddar, who is the Statmeister. And he provides us with a few stats for your edification every week. And then Jonathan likes to read them out in a stylistic voice. But we'll get more from Jonathan after this.
Stylistics? Is that very high pitched?
Yeah, no, it's like that soul band, the Stylistics. There we go. A bit of a segue, but we'll have a little. Can we have the length thing first, and then we'll get to Jonathan.
I never knew Chelsea had so much history.
Jonathan, take it away.
I'd like to do it in the style of my butler, if that's
Oh.
okay with you. Chelsea Cheddar's stats. 3 minutes.
No,
30 seconds.
none of that nonsense this week.
Oh, it's me, sorry. Chelsea have used 23 different players this season, including 13 different nationalities. Would you like a biscuit, sir? Peter Cech has made 150 starts for the Blues in cup competitions. Let me tuck you in, sir. John Mikel-Obi has now made 200 domestic starts for Chelsea. Small sherry. Andreas Christensen is the 702nd person to play for the Blues. Would you like to lie down, sir? Didier Drogba is the second oldest person, other than me, to score a League Cup goal. Oh, no, different. League Cup goal for Chelsea. I wouldn't put that in your mouth, sir. Eden Hazard has scored all 8 of his Premier League penalties. Only Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank has a more impressive record with 12 out of 12. Stop that now at once, sir. Yes, no, stop it, stop it. Put it down. Thank you. Stat of the week. Chelsea are unbeaten in the opening 15 games of the season. Oh, I'm doing myself a mischief. This has only been bettered in 4 other seasons, with the record set in 2005-6 with 18 games. You're having a coughing fit, I told you. Ta-da!
Very good.
That was surreal.
Right, sorry, we're still clapping, Jonathan. Yes. That was brilliant. What I would like to reveal, we'll need the script back for Sophie, by the way. But what I would like to reveal here and now is that was done with real, genuine feeling by Jonathan, because he was that far. So you see that far away from landing the part of one of the butlers in Downton Abbey. So that was said with feeling, I think. But well done, Jonathan. That was brilliant, mate.
It was the one who was hardly in it.
Well, clearly.
There's an actor called Jimmy Swan, who I know.
Oh, there we go. Right, now,
the one who wasn't in
the
it.
salient
Ian Swan,
information, will you shut up? The salient information, of course, is that those wonderful stats are provided by the lovely Chelsea Cheddar. If you want to get more stats from him, all you have to do is go to www.chelseacheddar.com and, of course, follow the great man on Twitter at Chelsea Cheddar. So there we go, very simple. Now, after this very short little bit of stingage where me and Sophie are going to play imaginary bongos, we will be bringing you the latest Chelsea news. It's very unfair. You caught me, didn't you? You caught me. I was playing imaginary bongo. It's really unfair because I'm the only one who can actually hear the real bongo, so it's a bit unfair on them. But we got some. Oh, I forgot to do the draw thing, didn't I? That was very stupid of me. Yeah. Okay, never mind. Anyway, look, we've got a competition, Chelsea Portraits, as you remember. Now, I've actually got the picture here. I showed it to you earlier on. But the lovely Gavin Hall, who is an illustrator at halleyinc.com, he does these, and it's Kerry, Peter Osgood, Drogba, and Gianfranco Zola, and it's lovely. And we had a competition to win it, and we had loads and loads and loads of correct answers to our question. I did do a draw earlier on, so this is not necessarily cheating, although I'm a bit of a plum because I was going to take my hat off, and we were going to have a rustle around in my hat. Sophie was going to pick the winner. So can you just imagine that that's what we're about to do? Anyway, like imaginary bongos, imaginary drawing for the winner. There we go. Now, the question, of course, was which bar did we start doing the Chelsea Fancast in? And the answer, of course, was Putney Station. And the winner of the competition was Sophie.
The winner was Jonathan Sharp.
There we go. Well done, Jonathan Sharp. Woo! Now, I've met Jonathan. Jonathan's been on the benches. He saw us in Putney Station. I think he's quite active with the Chelsea in America podcast. So a worthy winner. Well done, Jonathan. Now, we've got a few little shout-outs and questions. We've had correspondence. We've had correspondence this week.
This is a first.
And Sophie is the most qualified person to deal with the correspondence. So take it away, Sophie.
Here we go. So, shout out number one, let's say.
Number
Hi.
one.
Number one.
Yes.
I'm number one.
Thank
I'm
you.
number one. I'm number two.
I bet you
You're
are.
number 6.
Sophie, go on, ignore them.
Here we go.
20 number 6.
So, number one. Hi, guys. As stated in previous emails, I'm a Chelsea fan living in Australia. We're starting to grow the club in Sydney, and we meet up in the early hours of the morning at the pub to watch the games and have a sing-along, which is lovely.
Lovely.
So I do that. We should do that, Seb, me and you. Just wondering if you guys give us a shout out on this week's show. We'd love to get lots of people in the pub for this game. The game kicks off about 11:45 on Saturday night, and the club will be meeting at the Aurora Hotel opposite Central Station. Thanks very much, Stephen.
Brilliant.
Hello,
Well done,
Stephen.
Soph.
Nice one.
You know what the obvious mistake in that email is, don't you? Is that he sent that email in after the show last week and
For the
before the
game.
show this week, but after the game on Saturday. But never mind, Stephen, the point being is that I thought I'd read it out because clearly you lot meet in the Aurora Hotel
Aurora Hotel.
opposite the Central Station. It's not Hout Bahnhof, Ross, that's in Munich. But anyway,
I
if
was
you
thinking
are
that
out
as well.
will you be quiet? If you're in Melbourne and you want to go and drink with some like-minded Chelsea supporters, then head on a match day to the Aurora Hotel opposite Central Station. Stephen, if you tweet me or email your Twitter address or whatever, just tweet me at Chelsea FanCast and also at Chelsea S Trust, then we will retweet it for you so that you will get some more followers and people going there. All right, what's the second one, Sophie?
Ready? So, good morning, Chidge.
Good morning. It's evening, but never mind.
After a few seasons, brackets about 4, of listening to your fine efforts from Putney Station and beyond, I would like to hear the views of you and your guys and girls of the FanCast with regards to the atmosphere of Stamford Bridge yesterday, which I think we covered, didn't we?
I think we did.
I didn't attend the game yesterday, so I don't know how bad things were, but when I do go, I do sing, even if it's on my own. A round of applause for you. I can understand that we don't see QPR as a massive side compared to the likes of Spuds, Le Ars.
Le Ars.
I've never heard of that.
Le
It's
Ars.
particular.
Well, they're French,
and
aren't
even
they?
United or City.
United.
City.
When it's
I
with a
can't
Y, it's
say that.
United.
United. They got a technicality.
There you
Cité. All right, Cité.
Les
But-
Arces. Les Arces.
Cité.
Le Ars. Le Ars. See, my
City.
French isn't that bad. Is it
United.
French?
It's not bad.
But I'd like to see a bit more of the away atmosphere at home, and one of the major reasons that football is so enjoyable as a spectacle, which I do agree with. The away support's really good.
It was very quiet.
Hang on, she hasn't finished yet, so we don't want to hear from you.
I understand from listening to previous podcasts
wrong.
and reading Chelsea blogs and other homework that there may be an advert of singing areas in the ground. Is there an update on any of that, though, the meeting of the Supporters Trust with the board, and what do you think the main problem is when it comes to pinpointing the lack of atmosphere sometimes? What do you and the guys think is the reason for the failure of the atmosphere of the last few years? Is it the price, the JCLs we attract with the success, the expectations of all of us, or something else? If you could mention this on the FanCast, I would be very interested to hear your thoughts and all those that are proper Chelsea. Oh, there's more.
There's more. I told you this was a long one.
God, this is a long one. If there was a singing only area, whether it was MH, as in Matthew Harding's stand, or a section in the shed, I'd be up for that, as I said. I do love a sing at the football. That's why I love the section chant at the match. Keep up the good work, mate. It's very appreciated, and we'll look to buy the boys a beer very shortly. All the best, and up the Chelsea, Ray Whittam.
I perked up at that. What was that? Buy the boys a beer? Yeah,
Yeah.
great idea, Ray.
I've forgotten
Great
about
idea.
that button. Is it still
And
there?
girls.
Still there. Actually, that's a very good point, Smart. We still have this button on the website called Buy the Boys a Beer. All you have to do is press the button. We then sing this awful song called Buy the Boys a Beer, buy the boys a beer. If you don't buy the boys a beer, we'll smack your ear. Oi. And then you donate money, and I get to drink a beer. It's great. Martin, you're so obviously keen to speak. Can you answer that question?
No,
very
I imagine
succinctly?
Stamford Bridge was very quiet yesterday because the game was on Saturday. But we did discuss that earlier in the show.
I think we did.
Yeah.
I mean,
Is there a coffee song?
no.
Can you provide a coffee? Can you provide a coffee?
If you don't provide a coffee, we'll tell you to.
Yeah.
Do you eat toffee?
Very good.
Oh, boom! I think, to be fair, and also because we're running out of time, Ray, we did cover that quite a lot, I think, in the second part of the show. And I did go into great detail in the article that I wrote for IBT. It's at IBT UK Sport, if you follow us on Twitter, which I presume you do, then dig it out there and have a read. But it's a very serious issue. And hopefully, as I said, I think we all said earlier on, didn't we? I mean, hopefully, Jose coming up with this might help.
This business of having singing areas, though, I think is actually just ludicrous.
I think.
Unfortunately, we got to.
That.
I know. It's a long. We could have done a whole show on it. Martin, we've got to go on to the next email.
Ready? Right. To whom it may concern. Very posh. I'm a weekly listener to the Chelsea Football FanCast and just booked a trip to London. I will be there for the home game against Newcastle and noticed that tickets were not on sale yet for the general public. Can you offer me any advice on how I can get tickets for this and which one should I get? Thanks in advance for your knowledge, Paul Stanford. Paul, tweet me. I'll set you up.
Advice?
The game must be like next year because we've got Newcastle pretty
it is.
soon.
It's in January.
Okay, so I mean, we should get tickets through that.
What if he's not a member though, or a season ticket holder?
If he's a member, then you can get one through the exchange.
Okay.
The official one.
If you are a member, which is easy to do, and we suggest that you do it.
We honestly, just get a membership. I don't know why more people don't.
Beyond that, Paul, just email me back, or I'll email you. I'll email you back with some other ideas about how you might get a ticket. All right, because it'd be nice to get you there. Obviously,
Does that
make sense?
There is always corporate available. I wouldn't suggest you wanted to go in that route, but that is more likely to be available.
We've really got to go because otherwise we get cut off, and I would hate to be cut off in my prime. Right now,
So quickly.
that is all we've got time. Well done, Sophie, for reading that. It's nice that we got some correspondence. Thank you. Keep sending them in to chelseafancast@gmail.com, but I'll tell you that again in a minute. But this is all we've got time for this week. Very, very sadly, we will be back next Monday to talk about the Maribor game and the Liverpool game. Sophie is going to be in Maribor. None of us lot are.
Indeed.
She is proper Chelsea. We are not. But we want a
And
full report.
It's my birthday next week, so I expect...
Next Monday?
Well, it's Friday, but we have to celebrate it on Monday.
We might bring you a cake or something, but there you go. Now, if you want to engage with us and send Sophie emails for her to read out, which would be very nice, all you have to do is email us, as I said, chelseafancast@gmail.com, and of course follow us the show on Twitter, which is @ChelseaFancast, and then you can tweet during the show and tweet during the week, tweet to your heart's blooming content. I don't mind. And of course, for all the information about where to get this wonderful show and read some very interesting blogs and stuff, then go to the website, which is chelseafancast.com. Brilliant. Great to see my lovely guests this week, who have been, in no particular order, the lovely Dr. Mart.
Always a pleasure, Chief.
I should try and tell you to shut up less next week.
Oh. I thought you were cruel.
I was.
Yeah, I
can be.
I've been good tonight.
I've always thought he was
Good to see you,
cool.
Seb. Good to see you, Jonathan. Thank you to the lovely Sophie. Well done.
You're very welcome.
My
Thanks to everyone who tweeted me.
And thank you very much to the lovely people on the benches over there. Give yourselves the clap. Wake up. Right, brilliant stuff. Now, we've got to go. So thank you so much for listening. See you next time. Until then, keep it blue, keep it carefree, and keep it Chelsea. Oh, Chelsea!